Cameras rolling. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show.
Today we're bringing you highlights of Magic Kingdom's celebration for the Super Bowl champions,
SeaWorld's new whale show,
Busch Gardens' new Cheetahs,
and the dates for the upcoming Star Wars weekends, and much, much more. Hi, I'm Samantha Sanders.
and I'm Jessica Steele Allen. This episode is brought to you by the Kissimmee Convention and Visitors Bureau. If you're looking for fun things to do or great travel deals, go to visitkissimmee.com.
Each week we bring you the latest attractions, news, and information from all around Central Florida.
If you'd like more details about the things we cover on the show, you can find it on our website at attractionsmagazine.com.
So Jessica, here we are, just us girls, for an extra fabulous edition of the show. You ready to rock it out?
Of course I am. You know, I asked Jimmy if he'd play a little bit of Spice Girls, but I don't know if he's going to do
We
it.
could totally rock out to some Spice Girls right now.
Girl power. Now, one of the most popular ads of all times begins, well, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next?
Go to Disney World, of course, and that's exactly what Aaron Rodgers did, the MVP of the 2011 Super Bowl champions, the Green Bay Packers.
Every year, Disney invites the winners of the Super Bowl to the Magic Kingdom.
Let's see what happened when Aaron visited the park.
Well, they weren't hard to find, guys, but I found the Central Florida Packer backers right here. Very excited about the parade today. And I'm here chatting with Mike and his friends. How special is today for this group?
When you're a Packer fan, every day is Christmas. This is like New Year's.
As a Packer fan, to be here at Disney World, where everybody goes to celebrate after any sort of victory, how does it feel to be here now and get ready to see Aaron Rodgers and celebrate?
Awesome to be here, all these Packer fans here. It's great.
Want to give us some cheers? Give us some cheers, guys.
Cheers! Go, Packer!
Go, Pack, go!
Go, Pack, go! Go, Pack, go! Go, Pack, go! Go, Pack, go! Go, Pack, go! Go, Pack, go!
Where are you going?
So, Aaron, obviously a lot of excitement last night after the game, but you've had about 12 hours now. How does this feel today?
I mean, this is like no other. This is special to me, just to, being a kid and going to Disneyland and in California, knowing how much fun that was, to see so many Packer fans down here and just to be able to share in the celebration with them is incredible.
When you were a kid, did you see those commercials with the quarterback screaming, "I'm going to Disney World"?
Of course I did. I always dreamt about being that guy, and now I am that guy.
You know, obviously winning the Super Bowl is a huge accomplishment, Aaron, but, you're also the MVP of the game. Tell us how that feels. That's something that's going to go down in the history books, man.
Well, it's a great honor to win this award, to be able to be here today. Just enjoying the success of a great team. A lot of great men on that team, and it's just special to be able to be honored in this way and to be able to be down here.
So tell me about the parade. How did that feel? You're zooming down the street, Packer fans all over the place screaming for you. Was that a special moment? What did that feel like?
It was a special time to be able to go through this parade. I thought at some point most people were waving at me, but I noticed a lot of the little kids probably didn't know who I was, and they were waving more at Mickey, so it was a lot of fun.
SeaWorld Orlando will be premiering an all-new killer whale show this spring. The new show, One Ocean, will replace the popular Believe show that's been run for the past 5 years.
Shamu Stadium will feature special effects with colored lights, soaring fountains, underwater imagery, and global rhythms will highlight a new contemporary musical score.
The show will feature the whales interacting in new ways with trainers, the audience, each other, and even the set itself. Although the trainers will not be performing in the water with the whales this time around.
That's unfortunate. It was so cool when they used to do that.
I love water work.
Yeah. The heart of the show is found in its message that both animals and humans are part of one world with one ocean.
We can look for One Ocean to begin at the end of April.
You know, our new show is going to immerse guests in the sea. And we're going to do it with a lot of new effects. There's going to be lights in the show and beautiful fountains, and of course amazing imagery of the undersea life on beautiful panoramic screens, LED screens. And that's all a backdrop, because our killer whales are the stars of the show, right? So they're going to be performing amazing behaviors, spectacular behaviors in ways people haven't really seen before. One Ocean is really about celebrating unity in this diverse, huge world. You know, we all live in one world, and that world is covered by one ocean. And as vast and huge as that feels as one species, we know that as individuals we can make a difference. So this show will affect people, as all of our shows have at SeaWorld. It will affect people to walk out and make a difference.
We're fortunate here in Central Florida because our theme parks entertain as well as educate and contribute to the preservation of endangered species.
Besides donating almost $100,000 to cheetah efforts in Africa, the SeaWorld and Busch Gardens Conservation Fund has also funded programs for countless other species around the world.
Busch Gardens Tampa recently welcomed a family of 5 new cheetahs in accordance with the International Cheetah Species Survival Plan. They can be seen by guests on the Endangered Species Safari until the new Cheetah Run Habitat and Cheetah Hunt roller coaster are completed in a few months.
If you don't know by now, most of us are huge Star Wars fans here at Attractions Magazine. Isn't that right, Jessica?
Guilty as charged.
And we have begun the countdown to Disney's Hollywood Studios annual Star Wars weekend.
The dates for this year's weekends were just announced. It begins May 20th and runs each Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through June 12th.
You can expect the usual parades, trivia challenges, memorabilia, and presentations during the event. But of course, one of the highlights of the event are the stars.
C-3PO himself, Anthony Daniels, will kick off the opening weekend with the much anticipated reopening of the new Star Wars 3D attraction.
And you can certainly count on us being there as well. Besides Daniels, Ashley Eckstein, the voice of Ahsoka Tano in the Clone Wars, will be there for the opening ceremonies. Ashley will serve as celebrity host for all 4 weekends. Other stars will be announced later.
We're excited these 2 stars will be on hand, but of course we'd like to see the man himself, George Lucas, show up as well.
That would be super awesome, but you know, Lucas and producer Rick McCullum were recently at Disneyland to test ride the Star Tours attraction with the Disney Imagineering team. They gave a big thumbs up after riding the Star Speeder 1000 to several of its destinations.
George even stopped to have his photo taken with the audio animatronic C-3PO seated in the Star Speeder cockpit.
Even though Lucas was not a star in our park, television host and comedian Jon Stewart was.
He and his children, Nate and Maggie, were seen riding the Indy Speedway at the Magic Kingdom. Stewart and his family were celebrating Maggie's 5th birthday. Happy birthday, Maggie!
Happy birthday!
For easy vacation planning, go to visitkissimmee.com.
Today we have several updates for you from Disney. There are some new construction walls in Fantasyland to hide the construction for the new expansion area in the Magic Kingdom.
However, the construction of the larger buildings is rising tall enough to be seen above the walls.
Splash Mountain reopened earlier this month after being closed for refurbishment.
The 64 boats on the ride are now equipped with lap bars to prevent riders from standing up or getting off before the end of the ride.
And here's one last reminder that Toontown is closing tomorrow for good. The area will be transformed into a circus area within the new Fantasyland.
Until the area opens again, the railroad will stay open but will no longer be stopping in Toontown, so keep that in mind.
Then, the characters that are now in Toontown will be relocated throughout the park. However, Tinkerbell and her friends will be relocated to Epcot.
It's a good thing. A new meet and greet location at the Town Square Exposition Hall is scheduled to open in the spring. Until then, you can find Mickey and Minnie in Tomorrowland.
The area just outside of the Haunted Mansion entrance has been fenced off for construction as well. Word is that they're working on a new interactive queue similar to Winnie the Pooh's. We can only hope.
Yeah, that would sure be fun. If you've heard any rumors, be sure to let us know.
Meanwhile, Epcot is hosting a special event this weekend called Main Street in Motion. Imagine being able to test drive your choice of 70 different vehicles in a no sales pitch environment.
That would be pretty cool.
It's free, that's even cooler.
Yeah, even cooler. You get to choose from passenger cars, performance machines, fun crossovers, full-size pickups, and hybrids.
And you have a first-time opportunity to drive the all-new Chevrolet Volt electric vehicle.
I can't wait for that one. The event runs Friday through Sunday in the Epcot parking lot. It is advised but not necessary to register online in advance at mainstreetinmotion.com.
Also at Epcot, the post-show hands-on area Journey into Imagination is presently in transition. Besides some of the old favorites, there's a new computer experience where you can build your own Figment and email it home.
Look, they've added a compose your own Figment area. Let's try it out. said I could email my Figment or I could just keep it this way. Bye.
Oh, Figment's one of my favorites.
Really? That sounds kind of cool. You should go do it.
I should. I'll go check it out.
And if you've been to the Downtown Disney Marketplace recently, you will have noticed the extensive renovation project for the LEGO Imagination Center.
Expected to be completed mid-April, the new LEGO store will increase its overall footprint by nearly 3,500 square feet.
Wow.
And of course, you can expect to see new LEGO exterior models of some favorite Disney characters.
While the store is being renovated, they've set up a temporary tent near Once Upon a Toy. It's kind of hard to miss. Now, speaking of imagination, let's take you on a journey into our imagination.
Let's begin with the LEGO Imagination Center greatly increasing its presence at Downtown Disney, and add the fact that our producer recently noticed Legos for sale on the Journey into Imagination gift shop at Epcot.
Now, add in the fact that Legoland Florida is presently being built less than an hour from Disney World.
Now, if you connect those dots and then add the fact that a new sponsor is needed for the Epcot Imagination Pavilion since Kodak pulled out last year, what would you surmise?
That's definitely pondersome. Now, if that's not enough to get your imagination stirring, what if we add the fact that a chief Disney Imagineer was seen recently inside Epcot's Imagination Pavilion looking around? Putting all these things together, see what your imagination can conceive.
Hey, it's JD here. Here's your weather.
Weather.
And now, the weather.
Thursday and Friday, it'll probably rain, but the rest of the week is totally insane. On Saturday, the sun starts to shine. It's 68 degrees. Central Florida is fine. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you'll get your kicks. The weather goes from 68 to 76. Wednesday, we're back. It's 72 and grand. Then 73 on Thursday, your feet in our sand. Orlando Attractions wants you here in a park. Get out of the snow where it's cold and dark. 50 million visitors, can't be wrong this year. Pack up your minivan with all of your sun gear. 7 parks and thousands of places to eat. Central Florida tourism can't be beat. Peace. Happy Valentine's Day.
Now, I want to talk to those of you out there who like to visit us here in Central Florida. Since you're watching our show, it's likely that you'd like to stay up to date with all the things going on in our area. Besides watching our show, the best way is to subscribe to our magazine as well. Right here in our current edition, you'll find great stories, upcoming events, and lots of helpful information. Subscribing is easy. Simply go to our website and click to order your copy and subscribe. You can also pick up a copy in major bookstores or order it in our free iPad app. Any way you choose, you'll find it's the perfect companion to our show and guide for those of you who like to visit our area.
As many of you know, a new craze for collectors is Disney's Vinylmations. One of our fans, who calls himself the Vinylmator, sent us this video he made of his collection.
It seems he got to wondering what the Vinylmations do when no one is around, so he set up the camera to see for himself. Let's take a look at what he found out.
Hey, do you have any, 5s? Nope. Do you have any 9s? It's my turn to make these stop motion videos.
great job, Vinylmator. If you keep up the good work, maybe one day you'll achieve your dream and actually be an animator for Disney. Thanks for sending us your video.
And for the rest of you, get busy. We want to see your creative videos too. And now for some entertainment events happening this weekend. Universal Orlando is kicking off its Mardi Gras celebration February 12th. The ultimate street party includes the authentic Mardi Gras parade, cuisine straight from the Big Easy, and top-name national music talent. This Saturday, you can see Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons and Big Al and the Heavyweights. Sounds like great fun, food, and watch for the hundreds of beads that will be thrown during the parade. Meanwhile, over at SeaWorld's Bands, Brew and Barbecue, you can jive to Huey Lewis and the News this Saturday afternoon. And on Sunday at the Busch Gardens Bands, Brew and Barbecue, Montgomery Gentry will perform.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to another broadcast of Orlando Attractions Magazine, The Show. We'd like to thank our friends at the Kissimmee Convention and Visitors Bureau for sponsoring this week's broadcast.
Now there are several ways you can see our show and follow our news reports. On YouTube in HD,
on iTunes where you can subscribe,
on Twitter at Attractions,
on Facebook.com/AttractionsMagazine,
and of course at AttractionsMagazine.com where you can get more information on the stories we highlight on our show and much more.
We're going to close our show today with a tribute to Magic Kingdom's Toontown, which will be closing tomorrow. And from all of us here at Orlando Attractions Magazine, The Show, Happy Valentine's Day!
Thursday and Friday, can we start over?